at least one thing they know about sharks. Ava. All right, we're going to talk about that. They can't breathe when they stop moving. It's half true. Very good. Hunter. They cannot breathe out of water. Very true. Mila. Their skin is what? Yes, their skin is rough. Very good. We'll talk about that too.
They smell blood to find food.
They smell blood in the water, yes. I'm sorry? Excellent. So they do have a skeleton, but it's made out of cartilage.
Right.
So you know at St. Paul's that we, and all of you now, are honorary shark angels, okay? So you're going to earn your wings, right? Which means that we protect sharks, all right? So sharks have a bad reputation because of movies like Jaws and the news, and they say that sharks attack people. How many of you think that sharks attack people? No, right? All right, so I can promise you that no one in the history of the world has ever been eaten by a shark. Now, some people may have been bitten by a shark, but why do you think that would happen? Brett.
They think they're like seals.
Right. So we call that what is called a case of mistaken identity. So if you think about a shark's body, they have eyes and teeth and fins, right? The only way they have to find out what something is their mouth, right? Zoya mentioned that they do have a skeleton, right? So what do we call that when they have a backbone? What do we call that? Yes. A vertebrate, right? So we learned about invertebrates earlier this week. Sharks are vertebrates, but unlike us, their skeleton is made of cartilage. So everybody feel your nose? Wiggle your nose? Wiggle your ears? That is cartilage, okay? So that's what their skeleton is made out of. Same with stingrays, all right? That's why they can move through the water. They're very flexible. Now that's different from, let's say, a tarpon or a barracuda. What is their skeleton made out of?
Bone.
Bone, just like us. Very good. Now, we talked about their teeth. So, here is a shark jaw, all right? So when one tooth falls out, another tooth just comes right in, okay? So sharks are, I think they're really lucky. They never have to worry about going to the dentist or getting a cavity or a root canal or anything like that. Anybody have a guess how many teeth an adult shark can go through in their lifetime, approximately? Ava? 100? It's higher than 100.
300?
Higher than that. Brett?
2,000?
Higher than 2,000. Elle? Higher than 5,000.
10,000.
Oh, higher than 10,000. Mila?
20,000. 20,000?
It's around 30,000 teeth in their lifetime. Very good. So when one tooth falls out, another one just falls right back in. Now this jaw around here, I'm going to pass it around so you guys can feel it. This is cartilage too, all right? You may touch the teeth and you can check out that conveyor belt. So when one tooth falls out, another one pops right back in. Now be careful when you touch those teeth because they are very sharp. All right, so I'm going to bring out what kind of fish, what kind of shark is this right here? A hammerhead. How many gill slits do you guys see on this guy?
8, 6, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when you see sharks or stuffed sharks or toy sharks or on TV drawings and you see them with 3 gill slits, that's not right, okay? Sharks have 5 gill slits and this is how they breathe. So the water and oxygen flows through their gills, sometimes through their mouth, through their gills, and as they swim, they breathe, just like we breathe on land, all right? So let's go through the fins of a shark. What's the top one called?
Dorsal.
All right, everybody show me your dorsal fin. What's this one called? Anybody know the science word for this one?
No. Fluke.
No, that's in a whale or a dolphin, but good guess. It's called the caudal fin. Everybody say that. Caudal fin. So it's not the tail fin, it's the caudal fin. How about these fins on the side? What muscles do we have right here? It's called the pectoral fin. Everybody say that one. Pectoral fin. All right. So what does the caudal fin do? Raise your hand. Yeah. It helps them navigate, move through the water. What do you think these pectoral fins do? Right? Yeah, it helps turn. It can pump the brakes if they need to. Helps with balance. What about the dorsal fin?
Oh, balance?
Balance, yeah. Sharks didn't have these dorsal fins. They would just kind of go like this all day long, okay? So that dorsal fin is really important. Now the hammerhead has a specialized head that we call the cephalofoil because he looks like a hammer, right? Not all sharks look like that. But sharks actually have really good eyesight and they have really good sense of smell. Now, what is the smallest shark that's in the ocean?
Sand tiger shark.
The smallest.
Lemon. Sasha.
Yeah, the dwarf lantern shark. Anybody know how big they get as adults?
2 feet. 5 inches.
About 5 to 8 inches. Very good. Now, what is the biggest shark in the ocean?
Great white.
No?
Whale
Shark. They eat plankton. They eat the microscopic animals that are floating around in the ocean right now that we can't even see with our eyes. We would have to have a microscope to see it. So they swim around with their open mouth. So a whale shark can get up to 40 feet long. There are over 400 species of sharks in the world. So we think of the great white. Here's one you pass around. There's the sawfish, which is kind of a funny looking guy that has a nose like a saw.
Sand tiger shark.
Sand tigers like we saw, the hammerhead.
Bamboo.
And what's this?
Manta
A
ray.
manta ray or a stingray. Are they related to sharks?
Yes.
They are. They
That's why I
are
have
the
it.
same family. So they're kind of like cousins to sharks, okay? Anybody know the biggest shark that we know of that has lived in the ocean that's not around anymore?
Megalodon.
The megalodon. Now, how big did the megalodon get? Brett?
Over 100 people.
We don't know for sure, but it's between 60 and 100-ish feet, yeah. This is a megalodon tooth that I actually found down in Venice, Florida.
A real
Why?
megalodon one?
It is real. Why is it black? Yes.
It's fossilized.
It's fossilized. So when sharks lose their teeth and they fall in the ocean, the sediments or the minerals that are in the sand come in the tooth and they turn it black and then it becomes fossilized. So this is the megalodon tooth that we can pass around. So what that means is sharks are at the very top of the food chain. They eat everything and nothing really eats them. We need the sharks to keep the ocean in balance, okay? And to keep the ocean clean, because you know what, guys? Sharks usually go after disease or injured fish. They don't go after healthy fish because that would waste too much energy, all right? So sharks are they're actually vital to keeping our oceans healthy. Think about how many people there are in the world, how many people go in the ocean every day, even here in Florida, right? On average, only one person dies every year from we're not going to call it a shark attack, but a shark incident. So they get bit by a shark and they don't get to help in time and they die. So on average, we lose one person a year. When we think about how many people are on this planet, really not that much, right? Anybody have an idea of how many sharks people kill every year? It's unfortunately a very high number. Mila?
500.
More than that, Sasha? How much? I can't hear you. More than 1 million. More than 3 million. It's actually 100 million sharks every year are killed by people. And there's two reasons. One is they are killed for bycatch, which is when fishermen are catching fish in nets. They accidentally catch sharks and they get tangled or they drown. But what's the second reason? Yeah, this stuff called shark fin soup. There's nothing in this can, don't worry. Mrs. G would never buy or eat shark fin soup. We could make it a law to make shark finning illegal. It's actually still legal in Florida. So as a shark angel, you are all shark angels now, we can work on that and try to get that law passed here in Florida. You guys are the voice for sharks, okay? Let me tell you something. Mr. H and I, we can go out there and we can talk to everybody on this beach about saving sharks, but you know who they're going to listen to? It's not me and Mr. H. Who are they going to listen to? You. That's right.
My name is Jacqueline Gerakis, and I'm a middle school science teacher at St. Paul's School in Clearwater, Florida. We focus a lot on sharks in our science program because sharks are so important to oceans. We live by the ocean, we're surrounded by water. If we don't have sharks in our oceans, we do not have healthy oceans. Part of that is because sharks are what we call apex predators. So that means they're at the very top of the food chain. They go after fish that are sick and injured, and they actually keep the whole marine food web in balance. So if we lose our sharks to things like shark finning or bycatch, we lose our healthy oceans. Actually, 70 to 80% of the oxygen that we breathe
comes from algae in the ocean. So all of our students at St. Paul's School will eventually earn their Shark Angel wings and will spread the word to help save sharks and help save the oceans and help save our planet. So happy Shark Week from St. Paul's School.
Happy Shark Week from St. Paul!